For these 23 drivers, this could be the most important 14 laps of their season. We're here at the Homestead Miami Speedway for a special event. This is the All-Star Open. These are the drivers that have not locked their way into the All-Star race. 2 of them are going to have a shot to get through this race here tonight. So we'll see who gets done. This is a stacked field. So one of the just most competitive fields we've seen in this race in a while. There are a lot of big names that are going to try and make their way through to the All-Star race. Casey Nack on the 17 is on pole for it. Who's outside in second is a driver who's in the top 5 in points, but has not scored a win this season. That's Riley Spurley-Tube. He needs to get in through this race. That's big because he's top 5 in the points. Third place starter is Jake Richardson. 4th for Evan Hunter, and Sebastian Kukelan rounds out the top 5. Then in 6th, it's John Smith. 7th place, we have Steve Morgan. How about this? Starting 8th today is 2nd in points, Max Rossi. He is 2nd in the point standings, but he is in because he has not won a race this season. 9th starter is Diego Yepes, and Zachary Fitzwater Sr. rounds out the top 10. Then we have Zachary DeLello and Jonathan Buford, with Freddie Soto and Derek Campbell the 8th. Then there's Kashawn Richardson and the 2 of Luke Rainey, Brett Sierra and Bronson Minnick, Trey Rainey, Marshall Burrell, Tyler Fink, Carter Friesen, and Anthony Ness in the 48 rounds of the 23-car field for racing here at the Homestead Miami Speedway. Let's go on trackside to get the most famous words and motorsports and fire these engines up for racing here in Homestead.
I can't hear you! Drivers! Start your engine!
These 23 drivers know this is likely their only shot to make it into the postseason in terms of a lot of these drivers. Casey Nanico, Diego Yepes, Brett Sierra, Zachary DeLello, Derek Hamill, Jonathan Buford, those drivers that are towards the back of the points field, they know they need to get through this event and then go and win the All-Star race. If you finish in the top 2 positions here in this 14-lap sprint, you are into the All-Star race. Otherwise, you're going home and trying to make the chase virtue of points. Nanico Spurley to front row. Spurley comes to top 5 in points. Nanico outside the top 30. Both on very different ends of the spectrum, but both battling for the same thing to get into the All-Star race. 14 laps of green flag racing here in Homestead. Casey Nanico, the Gatorade Cup Series sophomore, started on pole, will lead the first lap of the All-Star Open. Jake Richardson to the transfer spot in 2nd, Kukelan 3rd, Steve Morgan 4th, and Yepes to 5th. Richardson for the lead on Nanico as they go through 1 and 2, Kukelan right behind in 3rd. Does he go 3 wide with a move? Already some 3 wide further back in the field. And we talked about some of the big names in this, like you have both the Rainies in this race. Kukelan, he's making a 3 wide move for the lead. 5th in points, Riley Spurley-Tube. 2nd in points, Max Rossi. I mean, you have Anthony Hernandez, Zachary Fitzwater Sr. There are some really big names. Jonathan Buford. You have all 3 Penske cars in this race. There's a lot on the line for a lot of drivers here. As Kukelan goes the lead off turn number 2. The 13 takes it 3 wide behind. Here comes Steve Morgan, the 26. And speaking of Steve Morgan, 4 of the 5 Roush cars are in this race here tonight. Nanico, Morgan, Sierra, and then you have Evan Hunter as well. The only one that made it through was Anthony Sharpwan. That's because he just got a win at Pocono last race. So it could have been all 5 Roush cars if Sharpwan did not win at Pocono. Nanico looking back with on Kukelan, goes low and then goes high. Morgan's got to run 3rd onto that 17 for the transfer spot. Yepes and Hamill, 2 teammates, ride 4th and 5th, both from Earnhardt Ganassi Racing, both looking to get through. Riley Spurley-Tube trying to merge through the middle. He's had Bronson make to the inside for the last few laps. Spurley-Tube really wants to get through as battle for a second, battle for the transfer spot. It's Morgan to the inside teammate Nanico as Kukelan, the 13, leads the race. And look at Nanico, slices down underneath the 26. And is going to look for the lead on Kukelan. And now if Kukelan gets stuck up top, who's going to be the one to move through to 2nd? And 2 cars may have just gotten together and lost the draft. Tyler Fink is slow with Freddie Soto. They may have made some contact at some point. They're both now out of the lead draft and might be out of a shot at making it through to the All-Star race. So now 2 teammates from Roush Racing, Nanico and Morgan, go to 1st and 2nd. 3 wide for 3rd to the corner. Yepes the 1 down low. Morgan looking on Nanico off turn number 2. He has the nose to the inside of his teammate. I'm shocked that they wouldn't have stayed together If you just ride in line, you possibly make it to the All-Star race. Now they're side by side. Luckily for them, they are 3 wide behind them. So that's actually slowed them down even more than these two up here being side by side. These two can now start to try and just get single file, ride it out. I don't know if Nako's content with second after his teammate just put him up on the outside, though. And who can you trust? If your teammate just abandoned you, obviously you're all for yourself. You're not for your teammate. You're not just going to push your teammate to second if you have a shot to take it for the All-Star race. Look at Nako fighting tough on the outside. Really shocked he just didn't try and get down low and try a crossover or something. 4 wide behind them. Yepez the one all the way up against the wall in the 1. I think he kept out of it pretty well. Nako does get in line second, and the 17 looks for a crossover on Morgan to turn 1. That fails, and he slides low through 1 and 2. Halfway, 7 laps to go in the All-Star Open. Some of these drivers now have to be worried. They have the 2 Roush cars up in the front with Morgan and Nanako, who can try and break that stranglehold they have onto the front too. Nanako back on teammate Morgan. Yeah, they're not playing nice. They are not fooling around. And now Kuklan, the 13th, is going to run for the transfer spot in second. DeLello, Burl, and Buford coming 4 wide into the top 5. That is for 4th position. Now Kuklan for the lead on Nanako. Those two right now are in the 2 transfer spots. But Morgan in 3rd, looking for a crossover to the inside of the 17. Now his teammate. Kuklan back out front, coming around to 5 to go in Homestead. The All-Star Open down to its final laps. Hamill pops the wall off turn 4, drops back on the outside. Now Kuklan and Nako are in, but now Steve Morgan past the 17. Now Morgan's in, but now Kuklan's up top. Nako can get back down low, and the rest of the pack trying to get caught up somehow, some way. And the rest of the pack, they're just not doing a great job organizing. They've let those front 3 get away and just kind of shuffle it out. At 4th, 5th, here comes 4th now, Evan Hunter with a run off turn 4 onto his teammate Nanako. 3 of the Roush cars up here inside the top 5. It's Morgan, Nanako, and Hunter with 4 to go. Which one of them, if any, gets in? Here comes Hernandez, the 48, the lone Hendrick car. He's the one Hendrick car that has not performed well this season. Looking to try and make it into the All-Star race for some glimmer of hope. The 2 transfer spots go to Roush Racing's teammates Steve Morgan and Casey Nako. But their next teammate in 3rd, Evan Hunter. Roush Racing 1st, 2nd, 3rd with 3 laps to go. Nanako at the peak on Morgan. Oh, that ruined his corner entrance. There comes Evan Hunter. The 6 will take that transfer spot away easily. Hunter is now in the All-Star race. Coming around to 2 to go. The pack shuffling. Kim Minnick in 4th. Get to those front 3. They're looking 4 right behind Diego Yepez. Making big moves. And John Smith emerges in 5th. 4 wide behind him. 2 to go. Now if Evan Hunter passes Steve Morgan, which looks like he wants to do here, you want to get as far away from that transfer spot as you can. Hunter and Morgan side by side. They're the front 2 spots. 3rd place, Bronson Minnick trying to get up here. John Smith in 5th also trying. Nanako might clear for 3rd. So here comes the white flag in the All-Star Open. Evan Hunter leads the race. Morgan now back to 2nd. He's in the final spot. This is the last lap at Homestead to make it into the All-Star race. Morgan is clear. But now if he attacks Evan Hunter, does the 6th going to get put up high to where the 12 or someone else can get in? Down the back. For the transfer spot. 3 wide for 3rd. Evan Hunter is in the spot right now. But as they come out turn 4, can John Smith get the run? Smith to the inside of Hunter as they come out turn 4. The 6 gets the run. Morgan and Hunter advance to the All-Star race. Steve Morgan, Evan Hunter will have a shot to fight for the chase berth for the Season 11 chase. Morgan wins the race. Hunter gets 2nd. They will start the back of the All-Star field. But how about the performance out Roush Racing? 3 cars battled up at the front all night long as Morgan and Hunter take the 2 spots to get in. As we look at the finishing results of the All-Star race, Steve Morgan in over Evan Hunter. John Smith barely misses out with Minnick and Nanako. Yepez, Jake Richardson, the Rainies, and Marshall Burrell. There's Fitzwater, Riley Spruce, and Max Rossi, the 2 that really might be the most shocking. Both are up at the top of the points, but didn't get through here in this race. Sierra, Buford, Hernandez, Hamill, Kashan Richardson, Soto, Friesen, DeLello, Kuklan, and Fink rounding out the All-Star Open field. But now we have a longer feature, 27 laps around the Homestead Miami Speedway to get a free chase berth. 21 drivers will fight for that. I'll see you guys for that race.